Welcome to the Y Connect podcast. As the heartbeat of the community, the Y is a connector where people of all ages and walks of life come together to elevate their health, wellness, education, and essential life skills. Hear the stories of impact and join the authentic conversations where together we'll discover the journeys and pathways people take to connect through the Y. Now your hosts, Zarina, Robert, and Allison.
Since last year, since 23. Happy New Year.
Yeah, we recorded some and put them in the can, as they say, and now we're finally coming back, and it's good to be back. Thank you all so much.
Huh? That's TV talk.
I don't know. Maybe. I think it is TV talk. Way back in the day. I don't know if they still say that.
Well, we are definitely excited. Yeah, we definitely have a special treat today. Definitely looking forward to this one. 'Cause I think it's going to be pretty informative, and it's going to teach me something new because it's going to teach me about an entire department that I really don't have a lot of knowledge about. So I'm excited about it. So today we're speaking with a group of rock stars at the Y who are essential to the Y success. While our members may never see them in person at our facilities, these individuals work every day to make the Y experience the best it can be. We're talking about the people who make up our Member Service Center. Join us in sharing the importance of their work and valuable connections they make with the Y community. It's Christy Allen, Member Service Center Director, Anna Robinson, Assistant Service Center Director, and Zaidely Dickinson, Operations Systems Support Analyst. Christy has been with the Y for 27 years. Her favorite part of the job is training, empowering staff, and watching them solve problems with confidence. When she is not at work, she loves to be outside, especially near water. An ocean, lake, or swimming pool will do. She also loves to cook, read, and snuggle with her pups. We'll hear more about this, I'm certain. But Christy says her Y experience has taught her the importance of daily exercise, connecting with others, and finding a work environment that feeds her mind and heart. Anna Robinson is a native of Decatur, Georgia, and has 11 years of membership experience with the Y. She enjoys helping potential members learn about the Y and admires the supportive work the organization does in the communities. She holds a master's degree in psychology with a concentration in child and adolescent development from Capella University and a bachelor's in psychology from Georgia State University. Outside of work, she enjoys reading, watching TV, and is an avid sports fan. Zaidely joined the Y in November as a Spanish and English bilingual professor with 20 years business experience in various industries, including working in the Salesforce ecosystem, and since then has worked to help drive business continuity, customer satisfaction, and operational efficiencies through analytics. With a strong sense of community and a growth mindset that keeps her in a perpetual state of learning, she enjoys experimenting with healthy recipes in the kitchen, exploring nature through hikes and runs, and indulging in her love for dance, particularly salsa and merengue.
Yay, I love that. Welcome, everybody.
Very good. Very good. Christy, I'm going to begin with you.
Sure.
How does the Membership Service Center contribute to the overall mission and impact of the YMCA in the community?
Well, there are a lot of ways that we do that, but the first thing that comes to my mind is the way that we have access to information that people need. So we not only connect them with the people they need to get their information from, we connect them in the right direction as far as how to register for the programs that they want. And we eliminate the barriers, whether it's technology, maybe a lack of response from someone, just different things that could keep them from having the ultimate Y experience. We love to solve problems for people. So that's basically what we do. And I think that we have an amazing team. And that is because I love them all equally, but every one of them in a different way works with their heart, their spirit, their mind, all. Sometimes it takes a Snickers bar to get them going, but they all really believe in what the Y does and want to do the very best for the members.
I love to walk by the membership service center and kind of peek my head in and, look through the glass. And you guys are always so hard at work. And there seems to be this real camaraderie. Anna, Christy shared some examples of what you all do, but could you expound on that? Kind of share what members can expect when they interact with the membership service center?
Oh, sure. Yes. So we assist both current members and potential members who are interested in joining the YMCA. With current members, we assist them with any questions they may have in regards to their membership account, if they have billing questions, if they may, want to register for a program, if they had any questions about that, we can go into detail in regards to that. We also assist with our YMCA app. The app will allow people, to register for group exercise classes. We can help members, navigate through the app if they need assistance logging in. Upgrading a membership, downgrading, if they want to cancel or possibly put the membership on hold. We try to offer a listening ear to get a better understanding of what the member may need so that we can effectively assist them.
Isn't that what it's all about in life anyway? When people listen to you, I think in our crazy society now, I think we don't do enough of that. So thank you.
It's very unfortunate. I love the fact that you all are so solution oriented. Christy, what are some of the common challenges or issues that members face, and how do you all address these challenges?
We address their challenges. We kind of try to meet them where they are. If they are in their car with their phone and frustrated because they can't sign up for a class, we'll get our phones out. I'm like, what kind of phone do you have? Did you download the Y app? Is it a white tile with a blue and purple Y? Like we get down in the weeds with these people to walk where they're walking in their shoes and helping them solve their own problems so that in the future they can self-serve, which is what they really want to do anyway a lot of times. Sometimes there are people that say things to us over the phone or through the chat that they would never say to our faces. So we try to remember that, how brave people can be when there's, no face-to-face interaction. And so we actually have to, use our best skills, our best conflict resolution skills. And sometimes it's very emotional and it gets very, very hard to get. We're all in the same room and the mama bear wants to jump in and take over and not let this happen. But they're also good at it now. They've done it and they know if it's going to escalate to a point that they can't handle it, they'll pass it off to someone who can. So, it's not just showing them how to reset a password sometimes. It's just a full rainbow of potential problems. But like I said, we love nothing better than to solve the problem, to put the phone down and go, whew, I did it. Or somebody will put the phone down and I was like, ooh, you won today. You won because you won the prize for the hardest phone call of the day or the longest phone call of the day or, things like that.
Having the patience. It's that customer service, those stories that we hear about in other industries. You guys encounter that for sure. So I have a question for Zaidely. As I understand it, you recently joined the team. Tell us about your role.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. That is exactly true. I recently joined the team. So this role, the Operation System Support Analyst, is a new role for the YMCA, what makes me feel very excited. And I have the responsibility of providing the association's internal support. So I will be serving as a functional super user and technical specialist for the Salesforce platform, which will support the YMCA's membership and programs operations. So meanwhile, I have been integrating myself into the member service center to familiarize myself with the various type of questions, requests, or issues that are reported by the members or the front desk staff that are connected to us for the different branches, right? I'm looking forward to being able to support this team efficiency and progress through data analysis.
I love that. And I also love that you come with your bilingual background. As we really move as an organization to be more reflective of our changing communities in Atlanta, it's important that our Y is really putting our best foot forward in terms of knowing what families in our Latino and Hispanic communities want and need. So thank you so much for bringing your expertise to our ranks.
And I will say, welcome to the team.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Very much so. Christy, with the Y's vision to build communities where everyone belongs, could you describe how you all live out our vision through the work that you do in the Membership Service Center?
There are a lot of ways that we do that, but specifically I want to call to mind, we call up our 4 values: the caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility each and every day. And so that's in the forefront of our mind. And very deep in our mission, somewhere I had plucked out a while ago, authentic relationships. And you would think that over an email, a chat, the phone, you can't build those authentic relationships, but I'm here to tell you, you can. You can. I have a member that she was often behind on her payments, but she was proactive and she called and somehow she landed in my lap. And so I'll just call her Miss V. Miss V. She would call every time she got a new cell phone, and she was switching cell phones often. She would call when she moved. She would call when she was behind on her payments. She called to let me know that her special needs daughter passed away, but asked could she still leave her on the membership. And so even though she's deceased, she's still on the membership. So don't tell me we can't build authentic relationships without ever meeting someone, because we can and we do. And I think that to flip that and to, when you work in the same room with people, it's not like we're out in the open in cubbies. We're like breathing each other's air in the member service center. So to flip that and to be able to have authentic relationships and honesty and respect and caring for each other like we do, it makes us, it's just our superpower. We're stronger than we are individually. So I think, we walk, we talk, and we speak the Y's mission and vision.
Excellent. I think if I could just piggyback off of that, I think we, for those of us that work in the branches, we take for granted the fact that we are interfacing with our members so much, so we are able to build those authentic relationships, as you mentioned, because we're interacting with our members through classes, through different programs. But in order to do that through the phone, in order to reach a person as you have through the phone, that's amazing. How do you all debrief? So when you have those moments where things are just heavy, those conversations with members that are just heavy, how do you all debrief amongst yourselves to kind of pull yourself back in?
Literally, when you get off the phone and you see every one of your coworkers turned around watching you to make sure you're okay, that's how we do it. Or somebody walks by your chair and they just put their hand on your back, like they know they're feeling it with you. It doesn't, for us to be seriously affected, because we deal with it very often. For us to be seriously affected, it has to be pretty intense. But, it depends on your day and where you are and what you've already done before you meet this person. So, again, it comes down to the team. It comes down to our hearts. And we protect each other and we lift each other up as much as we can.
That's beautiful. I have a question for Anna. Membership retention, the idea of retaining our members is so crucial for the Y, because what the revenue piece from a membership allows us to do is to pour dollars back into the community through outreach, through offering financial assistance, offering swim lessons in communities that don't have access to swim lessons. So my question for you is, what strategies and efforts does the Membership Service Center do to keep members engaged and committed to the Y?
So some strategies that we try to employ in the Member Service Center, one thing we try to do is stay up to date on membership operations, information, program information. Our two strongest strategies are listening and asking questions. We try to get a feel for what the member may need. For example, if a member calls in requesting to cancel, we try to ask probing questions as to, why they may want to cancel, to see what we can do to keep them connected to the Y, whether it may be, placing their membership on a temporary hold because they might not be able to use it right now due to, a medical reason, or if they need to downgrade to a different membership level, or if they need, financial assistance so that they can lower their rate but still be a part of the YMCA.
Thank you. Yeah, those are important tactics. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Can I piggyback on that for just a second? Because
Sure.
I don't know if people understand that we do the recovery for the association, the financial assistance for the association. And when we're working with so many people, we can take barriers out of their way, whether it's their payment being on the right date or suggesting that financial assistance may be an option for them. And I have heard one of our teammates on the phone saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry you have to leave us. Have you tried YMCA 360? You can do that at home." Or, as if he's standing at the front desk of a branch accepting a form. So, we do make those attempts. Don't think we're not doing the same work that they're doing sometimes. But membership retention, I think one way we help is, like I said in the very beginning of the podcast, we can solve problems for them. So if it's a problem that we can't resolve, if you're moving, we can't do anything about that, right? So we do believe in a soft breakup, though, so that they will be comfortable in returning to us or another YMCA. Thanks for being a member. Hope to see you again in the future. No matter what's gone on before that, we give them that last kiss goodbye so that, when they look around and see what else is out there, they'll think of us.
You're looking for solutions, essentially. Yeah. You're constantly finding ways to provide solutions.
Yeah. I think it's customer service at its best, the friendliest place on earth. There's parallels with that. So, yeah, job well done. Job well done. Christy, it just seems like I always have a question for you. Are there any special tactics, initiatives, or projects that the Membership Service Center has undertaken to improve member satisfaction?
I think so. I think about some of the corporate partnerships we have. We try to make those members that have the free memberships feel like they are treated the same as any other member, even though there are strings to be pulled and more admin in the background of that. But I would say our best special tactic is a very quick response. We have a lot of people to answer the phones, answer the chats. We have a quick turnaround with our emails. Our financial assistance can be turned around in 1 to 2 days, where it used to take 2 to 3 weeks. So I think that the quick response and to get people in while they're ready and willing and not let that initiative die down in them. So that quick response means a lot. The other thing is I'm really proud that we're we're building a bilingual staff, and I would love to see that get even larger, because as Zaidely can tell you, the word choice that someone that's bilingual has is going to be completely different than an English only speaker. So I think that we can build a comfort level and a feeling of inclusion if we let this part of our member service center really start to blossom. I'm trying to put the fertilizer on it, as you know, as applicants come in. But I think that we also can improve member satisfaction by taking care of those accounts when we do recovery, and we're just going to rerun that card for you, so you don't have to worry about a thing. We've taken care of it before they know it. So that's, again, our quick response, and it spreads to other areas. Or it's the last day of soccer registration and my son has to be on his friend's team. What can I do? We make those things happen. We know we have a list in front of us of every branch director, and we can connect them immediately. Or sometimes we'll just call the front desk and be like, hey, where is so-and-so? And we'll track them down for you. Or I've heard this scenario before. Hey, so-and-so owes on their membership and they're going to be dropping their kid off at camp right now. Could you just hand them an invoice for me? And they'll do it. It's like we're just one big old,
family.
Yeah.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it. So this question is for all of you, and maybe we could hear from Zaidely first. Even though you've only been here since November, could you share some success stories or perhaps memorable experiences in your work so far?
Absolutely. And I can start with that I'm very impressed about the professionalism that I found in the Y, starting from day one with my onboarding process. So the HR team does an incredible job there. The training that I have been receiving to be immersed in the WISE culture, way of working, business model is a very comprehensive training. So nothing to compete with other Fortune 500 companies that I have been working for before. Also, I need to, even when we have been mentioned that today in this podcast, I'm very impressed, and I need to highlight is the customer-centric approach that this member support team has. Every day I am sitting with them and I see that each member is passionate about assisting members, ensuring they receive the stellar service and support they deserve and they also expect. And every individual in the team is empathetic, passionate, possesses a growth mindset also. So they are constantly seeking for ways to enhance how they can respond to the members and the front desk staff with their answers, with their questions or requests or issues. And something that is really impressed to me also is the diversity of the members from all over the world that our association is taking care, and it really impressed me. Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank
You've
you
had
so much.
Great experience coming on.
Yeah. Wow. I love to hear that. And kudos to our HR department.
Truly.
Christy, Anna, anything you'd like to add in terms of success stories or memorable experiences so far?
I have a success story that I would like to share about an employee who works within the Member Service Center. She was hired in 2020, shortly after we reopened from the pandemic. She had some affiliation with the Y. She had a daughter that was involved in a few of the teen programs at one of our Y facilities, but she really didn't have a vast understanding of the Y and everything that we offered. So she was hired as a part-time chat agent. And at first, she was a little hesitant to assist members. She was somewhat unsure of herself. And I think that's kind of typical of anybody who starts a new job. But over the years, she has really grown and immersed herself into the YMCA and our Y voice. And she does very well now. She's confident in herself. She knows how to support the members. And it's just very good to see how the YMCA helped her grow and blossom, not only, professionally, but, personally as well.
Do you want to share her name? Give her a shout out.
Yes, her name is Shaquila Freeman. And to add on, she's now a full-time member service rep with us. She processes the financial assistance for our memberships, and she does very well. I'm very proud of her.
Love it.
Excellent.
From the girl that knew nothing, she does the financial assistance for the entire association.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And how about you, Christy? Any success story you would like to share?
Well, I had just have a memorable moment, and Kristen said that's a God wink. So I have shared this story before, and for those of you that may not know, we are on our address is 569 MLK Jr., right? So every day I go home, I pass the statue of Martin Luther King Jr., and on the back of the statue, it says, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving. So it makes sense to me, and it helps me out some days. I think those are amazing words, inspirational and wise. But in membership, January. So
It's a busy month.
January. January 31st is like the Super Bowl in membership. And last year we had some hiccups in our IT department that caused some outages, and we were like, ooh, it's the Super Bowl. So it's like the lights were out at the Super Bowl. So the next day, and it didn't dawn on me that it was February 1st, but it was. And so I had a member call. She goes, hey, I need to make my payment. I think y'all are having some computer troubles. Everything okay now? And I'm like, well, yes, ma'am. But, if you can't run, then walk. And she goes, that's funny that you said that today. Today is the first day of Black History Month. I said, so it is. And she said, and I'm a paraplegic. So I know that sometimes when you can't walk, you have to crawl. And I just was like, I said, thank you for being in my life. Like you were put here for a reason. And so anyway, I ended up taking her payment, but those things that you can't, I can't remember her name either, but the things that cross your path and are put in your life, those experiences, Shaquila, this woman, it all comes back to what I said in my bio, is that you have to have a job that feeds your heart and soul, as well as satisfies you at the production level. So I'm sitting in my garden. Somebody said, where do you want to be in 5 years? And I'm like, I got a lot of work to do right where I am. So this is where I'll be. I'm going to bloom where I'm planted. And so, we appreciate you guys letting us share this because, you wouldn't believe it. And I hope it makes a difference to someone else like it did to me that day. But what we do is those things are authentic. This gratitude for the YMCA is real. We are making stronger communities. We are bringing people together. So it just gives me, such an honor to run that center and help these people that we're bringing together solve these problems. There's no problems. There's only opportunities for solutions, right? So,
God bless
absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
God bless you.
Absolutely.
You are making it happen.
Yeah, I think so.
Christy, I love your passion for what you're doing. I can feel it. For those who might be interested in becoming a YMCA member or getting more involved, Christy, what advice or information would you offer them to maximize their experience with the YMCA of Metro Atlanta?
jump in and try everything. Try everything. I grew up with two sisters that were athletic. And it took me until I was at the Y in my 30s to realize I'm not athletic, but I love to exercise. So I don't want people to think that you have to be an athlete or anything other than what you are to be in the Y and get some benefit from it. Now they say, hey, just keep that low, steady state going. That's just as good as hitting it on a Jacob's ladder or, rocking it out on a Stairmaster. If that's what you need, go for it. But you don't have to. And I mean, if you are bored at home, instead of Instagram, try YMCA 360 and look on there. You'd be amazed what's in there in that content. So that's why if they have any questions about anything, we love to give them the answer plus a little bit more. Sometimes we only have the answer and there's no plus in the conversation, but if we can, we do. And I've worked with enough branch people to know that on those tours that they're giving and when they are greeting people at the front desk and when you're starting off in a group exercise class, everyone standing up in front of these people, these members or potential members, they're showing them the best they can be. The experiences I can share are that I, as a plus size woman, and I was lifting weights, I had women come up to me and go, where do you buy those shorts? Who taught you how to do that? And so try everything. We welcome you to try everything. So that's really my advice.
Excellent advice.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we have reached the point in our episode, as we do with each episode at the end, where we like to ask everyone's pathway to the Y story. In other words, how did you first get connected to the Y, your own personal Y story? So why don't we start with Zaidely?
Oh, well, actually, I have known about the YMCA since I was little because the YMCA has been around in my country. And I found that in my research since 1940s. And I found that Venezuela is where I come from. It was the 69th nation to establish the YMCA. But my personal Y story just began, right? Just began when I applied for this job until finally I was hired. And I really feel very connected to the Y's mission of strengthening health and wellness because health and wellness are my one priority in my everyday life. And like the Y's, not only for my mind, but also for my body and for my spirit. Since I want to experience and enjoy my membership as a member also, and see and experience the Y's from the member perspective. Since I joined the Y's, I have been enrolled and participating in different programs. As I'm in yoga. I am wellness coaching. I'm taking swimming classes, taking dancing classes, and with plans to explore more in the future.
Excellent.
You need to help us expand our offerings, maybe offering salsa and merengue at the Y.
Something's coming.
I love it. Anna, how about you and your Y story?
So I started at the Y in the summer of 2013. I was hired as a part-time outdoor pool attendant. So my main job was for whenever members wanted to come to the outdoor pool, it was, my job to check them in, make sure they were a Y member, make sure that the little ones, had on the appropriate attire. So I really enjoyed that. And I believe I applied for a membership rep position. And that's kind of how I really got integrated into the Y. And then in 2015, I was encouraged to apply as a chat agent for the Member Service Center. The Member Service Center had just started. I think it was maybe like a year old. And I've kind of just grown with the Member Service Center ever since.
I love it. I love it. And I love that you have a background in psychology. That's got to help you a great deal in the Membership Service Center. Fantastic. And Christy, your Y story, your very first interaction with the Y.
So I'll tell you about my first interaction with the Atlanta Y, but I wanted to point out that Anna is our oldest member of the Member Service Center, and Zaidely is our newest. So we have bookends here today. It's really cool to look at both of them and realize that. My story is simple. The daycare fed my son the wrong bottles, and I quit my job to stay home with this child and then realized that he was not enough entertainment for me. So I was driving by the Y, and the sign said, Kid Zone is hiring. Bring your kids to work with you. And I literally swerved into the parking lot and applied for the job. Back in the day, $5.25 an hour. It's what I started doing at the Y. And I normally, you may not know this about me, but I tend to take over situations and places and just keep doing it. And so I went through the Play Center supervision chain, and then I went through the membership supervision chain. But all because 27 years later, it's all because the daycare gave him someone else's bottles.
That was your reasoning. Okay.
It was a big reason. But yeah.
Well, we are so grateful that you guys spent this time with us today. Thank you so much. And thank you for what you do every day. Robert, you see it every day in terms of the branch life with our members.
Right.
You said that you were looking forward to learning a lot today. Did you learn a lot?
I really did. Again, kudos to what you do and your ability to accomplish what you do via every platform in which you do it, whether it be text, call, video chat. Again, we have the ability to interface with our members and hopefully change lives. But hearing the way that you all do it, it's amazing. And I learned a lot because, I've only been in this seat for a little over a year. I've been with the Y for several years, but all my experience has been with the branches. So every podcast, I get an opportunity to learn more about truly how far the arms extend. And so we being in a branch, we are the arms. You all are the heart. And so I truly appreciate your heart and what you all do for our members.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to talk a little bit about what we do. And anytime the branches need us, we love to be able to support them and help them. There's nothing like that sound of relief in somebody's voice when they're like, oh, you can fix it. Yeah. So thanks for having us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Y Podcast. To continue the conversation or to find your closest Y, please connect with us at ymcaatlanta.org and sign up for our newsletter, Healthy Together.
Thank you.